Alrighty, so another little bit of testing here. These things have been tested and retested and over-tested, but I wanted to test them just for myself, and we thought we'd share the info. So this guy brought in a set of camel hump heads off of, I believe it was a 68 Corvette. He didn't want to go aftermarket or anything. He just wanted to fix what he had and keep it kind of original. But he wanted, of course, a valve job and so forth, needed valves. So we went ahead and upsized it. He wanted to put kind of a larger valve in it while we was doing it. So we went from the standard 1940 intake to the 202 intake, and from a 1500 to a 1600 exhaust. So it made it just conventionally the same as all the other cylinder heads of today. But all we're doing is just testing what we changed in the valve area. Now, no porting, nothing was done in here at all. He wasn't going to pay. I wasn't going to do it even if he had paid me. I don't get into porting, but I do stuff around the bowls because most of that stuff I can do on my Surdy, and it's kind of easy to do while I'm doing it. And we'll show you a picture after we test these of the two combustion chambers side by side, so you can see the picture of the difference of the valve. It is really largely different. This is a stock head. Before I done anything to it, this one here is one I've already got done with the newer, bigger valves in it. But this one here is a complete stock. I haven't done it yet. So it's 194, 1500. We'll do intake and exhaust because I think the exhaust will be as dramatic or more than the intake because we're not doing anything on this side. So we'll see how much gain there is. And I'm sure he's watching, so he'll get to see. Let's do one more. Want to do one more?
Yeah.
Okay, just after analyzing the numbers, I guess we can, I didn't think it would do that well, but it seemed to do pretty well for just what it is. So we'll switch everything. Let's do the exhaust and see what it does. All right, well, since it was still climbing, we're going to go ahead and go to 700 and see if it tails off. I can usually tell by turning that which way I got to go from the previous one. So we know at 650 on that head is where it is done.
Switch to exhaust. And make sure we recalibrate.
Ready?
Hang on 1 second. You are on 2. I need to switch this to 2.
Okay. I don't know whether it's right or that was hard to get a hold of. We good?
Yeah, I think so. Very little difference from 400 up. 124, 128, 131. You can see that in the graph.
Yep.
It just kind of tails off. You want to go to 700 just...
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, that was 600.
Oh.
You want to try it at 700 just to...
Well,
just to
it
try
does. It really...
I mean, it's not going to make any difference.
No.
It's not going to...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Biggest reason why I'm doing it is because of the bigger valve. We'll see if it makes any difference with the bigger valve. Alright, so we'll take this stock head off and we'll put this one on with the bigger valves. Let's see what happens.
Let me switch to range 3. Okay. Range 3, so we'll need to go to range 4 for the next.
What?
Range 4. Yeah. try that again.
It really tailed off, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
3, 4.
Okay. Going to retest 400 in case that donut collapsing
Happened in.
happened here. $197.2, so it did go up there. All right, so 500. Suck your donut back in again.
It did.
Art class.
Art class. I'm failing it too. Okay, let's go back to do 400 again.
Sure.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. That's repeatable. 197.1.
Huh?
197.1.
Is that what it was before?
Yep. So that's good. Didn't collapse your donut this time. Give me another 100 lift. Row 6 at 500.
Pick up any?
Not really.
Jesus.
Science. $211.4. So it carried a little bit better at 700 left.
So, on the intake side, we just looking at it, actually didn't make very little difference between the 1-inch 940 valve and 202 valves. And defend the customer, if you're spending money on buying valves, there's no difference in price between the two valves. And we're putting seats in it anyways because they're old cast iron sleeves. So you might as well, if you're going to put money in the old heads, you might as well put the better parts in it. But it didn't help flow unless you go into this on the intake side. But I predict, and I usually never predict, that on the exhaust side it'll help because there's a shorter window between the valve and the exit of the cast iron. So I predict that. Now I may be wrong as usual, but we'll see.
0. Okay. Close enough. Lots of very fine movements to catch that.
Oh my gosh.
All right. It's definitely making a difference on exhaust. Motor sounds like it's not happy. Let it cool down a little more. Motor's unhappy. We're gonna have to go up to range 4 because you're at 91% on range 3. Okay.
Alrighty, so we just got done doing the exhaust on the bigger valve head, and the big increase was on the exhaust side, which that was my prediction. Like for instance, on 600 lift, it was 131 CFMs, and on this one here with the bigger valve, it's 170. And at 700 lift, it was 171. 700 lift over here was 132. So I you know, that makes all the sense in the world to me. So so I guess we learned that the larger intake valve from a 1940 to a 202 on the intake side, without doing any major work in here, there is very little difference. I will take this off and we'll lay the two down and let you see them. So here, let me flip this up so it has it where you can look at it the same way, as you can see the difference. And I went in here and actually blended this a little bit just from where the valve job is and make it contour. But you can see, I think if you look at the exhaust, just look at the exhaust only, that looks like a pretty small hole compared to that thing over there. Alrighty, well, it looks like you need to finish that head up so we can get it ready for the customer. Hope the customer enjoyed this. Just factual stuff here that we're seeing. And thank you very much for watching.